Sandeep, would you like to talk about the lights?
Sure, please go ahead. Okay, nice. So very good morning, everyone. You had a nice breakfast here. So let's quickly get started. I'm Sandeep Rajput and I'm working as a ServiceNow technical architect with ServiceNow team here at Infobase. Today's topic for presentation is Now Assist for Creator. So before I go into the details of this topic, I would like to understand your understanding of Now Assist. Can some of you describe what Now Assist is? Anyone? Come on, guys, it's a very nice feature provided by ServiceNow to us. No one? Okay. Any guesses or anything that you know?
It helps to means whoever are new on ServiceNow, it means we can take help and understand where we are stuck and how to do.
Okay, so that is from a developer's perspective.
The
Anything
chat.
else? Let's say you are an agent who is working on ServiceNow, or a business process consultant, or yes, ma'am.
Is it a kind of chatbot or something?
Yeah, it's a very feeble definition of Now Assist. I mean, it is not only a chatbot, there are a lot of things that we are going to see what it can do in the ServiceNow ecosystem.
So
Anything else?
it is a term which is used by ServiceNow for all their AI solutions which they are providing over the
Nice.
platform.
Very nice, very nice. Yes, please go ahead, sir.
It is a LLM model which
Uh-huh.
is basically help to the creator, like generating a flow, generating a catalog item. It's have a lots of skills, so we can enable through the knowledge admin panel.
Okay, very nice description there. Anyone else? Okay, so thanks a lot, guys, for helping me get started on this topic. Now, when we talk about Now Assist, it's basically nothing but a suite of AI-enabled features that basically helps different personas across ServiceNow ecosystem. When I talk about personas, they could be agents, there could be business process consultants, there could be stakeholders who are owning that platform, or the developers and administrators. Now we'll talk about each of these personas in detail and how Now Assist help these personas in gaining more productivities across various business functions on ServiceNow. So we will quickly talk about the agenda. We'll talk about the Now Assist overview. So we already discussed about that. We will talk about the implementation prerequisites for the Now Assist on the Now platform. And and we'll talk about how this plugin can be enabled on the ServiceNow instance. What are the implementation insights? How we can leverage this plugin or a feature on our Now platform. In what ways we can have continual service improvement for the Now Assist, and then certain additional resources about the Now Assist. So let's quickly talk about Now Assist. So we already discussed about this feature. So it's nothing but a Gen AI capability that is leveraged across the entire platform to enhance the productivity of the various business or the user personas that we have on the Now platform. Now, how does it enhances the productivity? So there are various capabilities that the Now Assist provides to different user personas. Take an example of an agent who is working on an incident. Now, if you are an agent, probably you will be handling thousands of incidents per day, and you have to go through all of those incidences and basically understand what exactly the problem is, and then you need to accordingly act on that incident, prepare the resolution note, and this entire process takes a lot of time on the platform. Now, what if we can leverage the power of AI, assist the agents in resolving those incidents quickly by providing the right summaries to our agents? That is one thing. Now, let's talk about another user persona, which is the business owners. Let's say I am the platform owner and I would like to see how my overall ServiceNow instance is performing, and if there are ways by which I can extract the value out of this platform. There are thousands of incidents which are being logged every day. Are there enough measures to deflect those incidences on the platform? Do we have sufficient knowledge articles Can I get a report of incidents which are unresolved from last 30 days? I can create those reports on platform. But what if I'm not very well versed with the now reporting features? What if I can simply take the help of Now Assist and create those reports out of the platform? Take an example of the developers or administrators. There are companies who are not willing to invest a lot in terms of the developer cost. What if I have the administrators who want to build some small scripts for my incident form or any other form that I have on the platform? What if I can quickly ask the Now Assist or a prompt using the normal human language and generate the code quickly for my platform? So all these capabilities can be done with the help of Now Assist plugin that we have on ServiceNow. Now let's quickly talk about impact of Now Assist on different product lines that we have in ServiceNow. So information technology, we already talked about how it helps agents in terms of quickly resolving all the incidences, all the problems, all the changes that we have on the platform. It helps in terms of your chat summarization. So if an agent who is interacting with someone on the chat, probably if another agent takes up that case, then it quickly summarizes that chat and give them a gist of what exactly is going on with respect to a case or an incident. Let's talk about the customer service. So take an example of the telecom industry. A customer is facing issues with, let's say, the network, and a thread is going on since quite a long time. Another agent takes up. Now Assist summarization features basically helps the agents to quickly get a summary of that case because it has been going on since quite a long time, and it quickly helps them not only in resolving that case by suggesting the proper knowledge articles, but also helps them in terms of quickly preparing the resolution notes. Let's say there are a couple of cases which are of the same nature and which are going on in the instance, other agents have already resolved them. Maybe using that knowledge, we can quickly address such cases on the Now platform. So there we are using a Now Assist in customer service. Similarly for the human resources, a lot of cases could be there with different nature, and probably similar cases have already been addressed by the agent in the past. Now why do our agents have to invest time on resolving the similar type of cases? Maybe AI can be used in such case. Here also Now Assist can play a crucial role in terms of resolving those cases at a pace. Now, but in this presentation, we will be primarily focusing on app delivery and automation. So we can see from a developer's persona how we can quickly generate an application out of the Now Assist. I mean, it's a very powerful feature. You can build an entire application using the Now Assist. We can also see how the code can be generated using Now Assist, or how not only the code, I mean, code is just one piece, any AI tool can do that. But what about generating the catalog items? Or what about generating your flows? Or what about generating your playbooks? You can all do that with the help of Now Assist for Creator on the Now platform. Okay, so let's quickly talk about the possibilities over here. So let's first talk about the analytics generation. So as I said before, this is targeting multiple user personas. Now let's talk about a business process consultant who quickly wants to see a report about the incidents who have not been resolved since last 30 days. They will simply put in a query that I would like to have a list of incidents which have not been resolved in the last 30 days. And Now Assist prompt, and this is our Now Assist prompt, which can quickly generate that visualization for you. And not only this, you can add this visualization as a part of dashboard on your Now platform. Similarly, for the creators, let's say I am a ServiceNow administrator, I have a very limited understanding of the Now platform. I would like, my manager has asked me to create an application which is going to be a scoped application and which will solve a specific purpose. Now, if I'm new to the platform, probably I will struggle. Though the App Engine Studio is already there, it does a lot of work for you. But then maybe I am gonna struggle with that because I'm relatively new to the platform. So what if I can quickly specify my requirements using this prompt and then quickly generate the code for you, or the entire application for you? I mean, that is how powerful this platform is. Any questions so far on any of these topics? Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
So you talked about regarding the report thing, but we can also do like report scheduling, like periodically I'll get automatically. So why will I go for this
See,
journey and
you
manually
can
type
you
it?
can certainly schedule the report, madam. But what if you are a new business process consultant on the Now platform and you're not sure how to create a report? What if the prompt is there for you? Let's say you are typing your requirement on a prompt in a human language, and that prompt is generating an entire report for you. That way it helps. Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Okay, let's move to another slide. So now Assist for Creator, we already talked about this. Now I will quickly talk about another scenario wherein you can take the power, utilize the power of Now Assist, which is catalog item generation. Take an example. There are a lot of catalog items that we have been developing for our customers on a daily basis. They could be having a lot of fields over there. What if you can simply generate that catalog item with the help of a Now Assist prompt by simply specifying your requirements over here? Once you are done with your requirements, you can simply create on the generate with Now Assist, and your catalog item would be ready for you. You can simply do a lot of configurations over there and simply publish that catalog item. And that's how powerful it is. Now let's talk about another scenario. Again, I'm a ServiceNow developer. I am not sure how I can script a business rule. I can simply specify my requirement in a comment section over here, and then take the power of AI to generate an entire script for me. That's how powerful it is. Let's talk about another scenario, which is the contextual awareness of the code generation. So, take an example. I am writing a code. I need to build a switch case for the days of week. Now I built my code till line number 6, and now I would like to have all these cases built on the basis with the help of Now Assist. I did that, and since it is a contextual aware product, so it basically suggests me all of these cases which automatically have been created for me using Now Assist. Now, if I'm talking about month over here, then it probably will create cases for all those months. So it is already contextual aware. So whatever you are requesting, it is preparing the code or the output on the basis of your context. Any questions on this one?
I have a question. Like, how do you define the prompt? Like, if I'm commenting over it, so there is some specific pattern which I have to write.
Yes.
Like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes. So basically, it accepts the normal human language. It understands what you are. So whenever we are talking about any AI model, so there are a couple of things that we need to understand, which are utterances, your objective, and what you intend to do with that. So every AI model that works, it works on all of these principles, and it basically try to assess your objective in the statement that you have provided, and it gathers the contextual information from the entities that you have mentioned. So let's say if I write a prompt that I would like to have data or a list of all those incidences which have not been resolved since last 30 days. So what have you provided? You provided a context of an incident table. You provided a time frame that since last 30 days, those incidences have not been resolved. And you also have put in state information that give me those incidences which have not been resolved since last 30 days. It breaks down your entire statement. It basically tries to identify the entities out of it. It then forms an objective for your system. The AI controller takes the help of the large language model to distinguishes all of these pieces, and then it suggests you the output in that context that you have provided. So it all accepts the normal human language.
But how are you gonna differentiate between the normal comment and the prompt? Like, suppose I'm commenting over it, I'm getting code. Post that I want to.
No, it's basically whenever it does not trigger automatically. You have to trigger that. I mean, there is a trigger which I will show you, using which you will specify this is what you need to do, and on the basis of the context, it will suggest you that recommendation. Now it's up to you to whether accept it or reject that recommendation. If that recommendation is not working in your context, probably you'll have to provide a better comment with more inputs. I'll give you the examples of a good prompt as well as a bad prompt in the context. Okay? Any other question? Okay, now let's quickly talk about the flow generation. What if we need something to quickly generate the flows for me? I can pretty much, I mean, the flow designer is very user friendly as such, but what if I am a business process consultant and I'm not aware of what the flow action is? How can I configure separate actions across that flow? Probably with the help of Now-Assist Creator, you can also mention a context in normal human language and get the flow generated for you. That's what the power of Now Create for you is. Now let's talk about another one, which is playbook generation. Now let's say you are a business process consultant and it is your responsibility to streamline a process across multiple departments within an organization. Now in that case, how would you, probably you will be using a playbook to streamline those operations across multiple departments. But what if you are not aware of this feature or how to create those swim lanes and activities across the playbook? In that case, what you can do is, you can simply take advantage of playbook generator, which will create the playbooks for you. Similarly, for UI generation, UI builder is a new stuff for us. Probably some of us don't even know how to build the UI pages using UI builder. So it will also create UI pages in UI builder for you. You simply have to interact with the Now-Assist prompt. You will be providing your requirements and it will create the experience for you. Spoke generation, again, this is slightly more technical. What if I want a flow to have a spoke which will integrate with a third-party API? I can simply provide my input and output parameters in a prompt and it will generate the spoke for you.
These
So,
spokes are specifically for the integrations? Or
yes. You can generate spokes for integration. Primarily, spokes are used for the integrations. Yes,
For
ma'am?
all these, we need to install any plugins?
Yes, I will cover that topic as well. These are the possibilities that I'm showing at the moment, but we'll talk about the plugins as well. Any other question? Okay, now let's talk about what is.
So is it okay to, if we ask the question in between Sandeep?
Yeah. Perfectly fine. I mean, otherwise it will be a monologue, and I don't want that to happen during this presentation. And I trust me, guys. This is very boring presentation. I understand, so I am trying to make it more interactive. So let's talk about skills and assists. So what exactly is a skill? So basically, a skill is nothing but a Gen AI capability that the Now Assist offers to you. A skill could be code generation. Skill could be a workflow generation or flow generation or a spoke generation. So these are all called skills. Now when we talk about assists, it's nothing but a unit of measurement on the Now platform to measure how effectively you are using the Now Assist and how many times you are using the Now Assist action. So take an example. We are using Now Assist for code generation. And how many times we have used it? All these things are monitored and tracked across the platform. Not only for this licensing purposes, but also for you to track if the processes are being utilized correctly or not. If the Gen AI capabilities have been leveraged correctly or not on your platform. Because most of the times I've seen customers are utilizing or opting for such kind of features, but then their team seldom utilize this, and that's where your company incurs the cost of that plugin, but nobody is utilizing that. So using the dashboards, you can verify how effectively the process is being used. Now let's talk about how that. Sorry?
So that skill assist can improve on that slide.
Sure.
So can we say that assists are something that keeps a count of the skills that has been used?
Yes. How many times this assist actions have been triggered on your platform?
Okay, so assist is just a count of skills. How many times?
No, not skills, but how many times that skill has been triggered.
Thank you.
Now let's quickly talk about how the Now Assist skill and LLM work together. So basically, whenever a skill is triggered, I will show you how the skills are triggered. Then Now Assist controller, it basically acts as a mediator. It collects the input from the context and then it passes it to the LLM. So there are two inputs to the Now Assist or the AI controller. One is your trigger, another one is your skill and the context. On the basis of this, it basically prepares or processes the output with the help of LLM, and those outputs are basically suggested back to you. Now this is slightly more technical, but I will try to address the questions related to it on the next slides. Any questions on this one? No? Now let's talk about Now Assist Admin. So the question that you raised, ma'am, that how can we enable this on our platform? So there is a dedicated module available for this feature, which is called Now Assist Admin Console, using which you can enable this feature. And not only enable this, but there are a couple of skills which are available. So these skills are not enabled automatically out of the box. You need to go there, enable each skills which are useful for you, and then those skills will be available to you. Now, not only you can make the skills active, but you can also see the performance of those skills over the period of time. So as I mentioned, you can track how many skills have been used frequently, how effectively they are being used on your platform. So this is how the Now Assist Admin works. Now let's quickly talk about the implementation prerequisites. So
Sandeep, probably I have one question.
Sure, please
So
go
I
ahead.
think before the implementation prerequisites, I just want to understand how it will help as an developer to me, or as an like if I'm working as an admin,
Yeah.
then how it would going to help me and improvise my work.
Okay,
Or probably
how effectively you can utilize this skill, basically,
Yes.
that's what your question is.
yeah.
So
So
let's
I
give
think
a-
you raised this point that we purchase this, but we are not able to effectively use
Yes.
the same thing,
Yes.
right? So what is the criteria or the measurement where I can
Sure.
identify that how I can effectively utilize
Sure,
that?
so let's say you are a ServiceNow administrator, you have only the administration skill set on the Now platform. You are not aware of how basically a business rule works, or how a catalog script can work for you. Even you at times struggle with creating complex catalog items. So what if there is an AI powered tool which can help you in addressing all of these requirements? So instead of looking for answers on the community, or going through heavy ServiceNow documentation, you can simply take the advantage of this tool to create catalog items, flows, workflows, spokes for you. So that's where basically the beauty of the solution comes. Because see, what happens is most of the enterprise grade customers who are using ServiceNow, they are mostly focused on their business, the core business, and not on the platform capabilities. The thing here is, maybe they are doing this work part-time. They need to utilize this tool to enhance their productivity in their businesses. Take an example of, let's say, a telecom company, which is utilizing ServiceNow to address their customer-related cases. Now, as a process consultant, you are taking care of the processes to streamline the telecom-related issues across your multiple departments. Now, that is your focus area. You have a very limited competency on the Now platform. In those kind of scenarios, you can take the advantage of this to basically get your job done on the Now platform.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's quickly talk about the prerequisites. So at least you need to have the Washington DC patch 1 and the Gen AI controller to have this feature enabled on your instance. I'm sure that most of you have already been upgraded to Xanadu, but this is the least requirement to enable the Now Assist for on ServiceNow platform. You need to have the basic understanding of how the generative AI works on the Now platform. So basically, Now Learning is one of the great sources using which you can do that. And then you need to basically align the expectations of the business stakeholder. What sometimes people have unrealistic expectations with the Gen AI capabilities, so you need to also accordingly set the expectations of your users. And you also need to identify the target audience who can use the Now Assist skill kit for your different user personas that you have on the platform. So whether you would like to enable it for the business process consultant or not, whether you would like to enable it for the developers or not, all these personas you have to identify, because with each skill there is a cost associated. So you have to take that decision very diligently. Now, what are the important roles for this? So basically, admin is the by default role which you need to enable this plugin. There is also a Gen AI admin which is needed for configuring the global AI capabilities like searches. Then we need a developer role. So if you want to enable the Now Assist role for your developers, you need to have now.assist.creator role. Any questions on this one?
So this is not part of the entire package. Every time, first is to enable that plugin.
Yes.
And then for each of these roles, we need to buy it from ServiceNow.
So I'll show you the console. So basically these are the different skill sets or skills provided by Now Assist console. Now depending on your requirement and user personas, you can enable each of these skills on your platform.
And it has associated cost with each of these.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, now let's talk about core configuration on the admin console. So, as a Now Assist admin, you will go to the Now Assist admin console, and this is the section where you will first enable Now Assist for creators. And then it basically talks about the same section. Yeah. Let's quickly talk about. Okay, so this is the area where you can find the skills for creators. There are various skills available. You'll find the skills for the creators, and then you will enable individual skills, be it about data visualization or code assist. You will enable all of these skills to utilize on your platform. And there are certain roles. So let's say if you want to provide this functionality to your developers, you have to assign the now.assist.creator role. And then if you want to allow your flow designers to utilize this functionality, then they need to have both the roles, the now.assist.creator as well as the flow designer role. Then we talk about generative AI controller. So as I mentioned before, it acts as a mediator between your Now Assist prompt as well as the LLM model to basically get your requirements converted into the actual output. These are the implementation insights. Basically, what is important when it comes to the code generation? So there are a couple of things which are important that we have to keep in mind. So prompting is important. Yeah, that is one of the most important thing. Whatever prompt that you are mentioning, it should be precise enough so that it can get the desired result for you. So if you are saying get me the incident, what do you mean by that? You need to specify what kind of incidents you are looking for. If the prompt is like get me the count of incidents which have not been resolved since last 30 days, probably it is a good prompt as compared to get me the incidents. Then partial code completion. So what happens is whenever you are generating a large piece of code with the help of code generation on the Now Assist, probably at some point in time it stops and generates the code partially for you. To proceed further, you need to basically use command and plus on your keyboard to take that forward. Sorry. Yeah. And then the context awareness. So basically, code generation is all based on the context that you are feeding into the Now Assist console. So your context, the context that you are providing, it should be correct enough to produce the desired result for you. Ideal use cases. So the code generation can be used for flow action, script includes fixed scripts, emails, API calls, and blah blah blah. But these are the poor candidates. So you can generate the code for business rules and schedule jobs, but things could go wrong. And when I say things could go wrong, probably you ended up creating a recursive business rule which is calling itself again and again, and your instance is crashed. Similarly, you created a job which is calling again and again, and your instance performance is down. So in such cases, you should be very careful enough in terms of using these for business rules and schedule jobs. Any questions on this one?
Same can be done in the, same can happen to case or scripting tools as well, where it can go into.
Yes, things could go wrong anywhere. If you intend to destroy the platform, then probably yes, you can do that with the help of this. You have to be very mindful. Okay, now let's talk about some of the good and bad prompt examples. So, as I said, a weak prompt is get incidents with tasks. Now this does not make sense. But what if I'm writing get incidents with related tasks? So this is a more productive prompt to write. Then another one, count P1 incidents between 3:3 and 4:13. Now even a normal human cannot understand what this prompt is. But if you're writing, use glide aggregate to count number of P1 incidents closed between 3rd March to 13 April assigned to admin. Probably this is a more specific prompt using which you can get the desired results. Similarly, there are other examples like give me the latest changes. Now, what do you mean by latest change? You'll have to provide some context so that the prompt can help you out. Then let's quickly talk about the errors. So in terms of the errors, an example could be now assist flow generation skill is not inactive. Now it says that the skill that you are trying to use is not active. Instead you are trying to use that. So in that case, we'll have to contact your admin to basically get that skill enabled. And another error is cannot create a flow with a duplicate name. So again, flow with a duplicate name, a flow is already created, probably you'll have to delete that and then recreate that flow using the prompts. There are similar examples. I've taken a lot of time of yours guys, but unfortunately the content is huge and I would like to make you aware of all of these scenarios that could happen with an Now Assist. Innovation and improvement. So basically these are the pointers that you have to keep in your mind. How can we achieve the desired goals of our organization whenever we are using the power of Gen AI? You need to be mindful of this, whether the Gen AI capabilities that you are using, they are achieving your business objectives or not. You have to be very mindful of that. Are we actually realizing the power of Gen AI for our people, for the people who are the part of the organization, whether we are effectively utilizing this or not? These are the key criteria to ensure the effectiveness of the Gen AI enabled capabilities on the Now platform. Now these are the additional resources. So you can go on the ServiceNow doc sites, AI and intelligence, Now Learning, where you can get to know about all of these things in detail. And with this, we are coming towards the end of this presentation. Now you might be wondering that this guy has spoken almost for an hour and didn't show anything and just demonstrated this presentation in front of us. And there is no meat or substance to this. But all the fault lies with Vijay because he was not able to get me an AI-enabled instance so that I can show you the power of this. Vijay, can you help me out in this scenario, please?
Yeah, we can talk to ServiceNow. Yeah,
Okay, guys, but I have something for you to show. So let's quickly go back and see if I can manage to show you something on the Now platform. So I will cancel this. I will quickly go to my prompt and let's see. I have something for you. Now let's see and check out the demo. But I will present this. Can you help me with this? My screen is not shared over here. Vijay, can you help me with this, please?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So sir, we talked about Now Assist helping us with catalog items, with UI, with flow, with playbook. Basically, Now Assist will replace every developer. So what are those skills? We are either good at UI skills, or we are either good at flows, we are either good at codes.
True.
And if everything is done using Now Assist, do you think in the coming time if the business analysts are trained with Now Assist, they can themselves do their work and there would be no developer required? Like business analysts are the one who bridges the clients with the developers. Now if they have Now Assist and they know the prompts, they know everything, they will be capable of doing their thing themselves, and even clients will save a lot of money if they don't have a developer in the team.
That's a very valid concern, madam. But with the time, we have to upskill ourselves to basically be smart enough to utilize these prompts. And let me assure you that not everything the AI can do. It basically relies on all the knowledge that resides on the internet, and it is utilizing that knowledge to basically suggest solutions for you. But what if a custom solution has never been built? It can try to build it for you, but the code that it has generated, probably you need someone to configure that code, right? I'm a business process consultant. I know my prompt can generate an app for me, but I'm not sure how I'm going to configure it further, because there could be many requirements that cannot be done by AI. You will need the customizations in place, and for that you will need a specialized developer to basically do those things for you. That is one thing. Another thing is, how about utilizing the power of AI and build something more productive for your organization. Maybe your business process consultants are not smart enough to write the correct prompts for on the platform to extract the value of it. So in those cases, yes, your role as a developer will be very significant in those cases. I mean, there is no right or wrong answer to this, but with the time, and AI is certainly a threat for everyone who is doing an operational job. But I would recommend everyone to upskill themselves with time so that they can cope up with the challenges posed by AI in front of us.
And when we compare our team size with other technologies, like say Java, they have a team size of 20 people, more than 10 people working for a project.
Yeah.
And when we come towards ServiceNow, it's hardly 2 or 3 people who can
That's
build
true.
anything and everything. Now if we get Now Assist, so even with a developer who doesn't have any expertise in UI,
Yeah.
but a code understanding, can build everything. So you think will decrease by code size and team size, and I don't think
Yes,
in coming
yes, yes.
times
Your
developers-
assumption is very valid. That in future, for sure, the developer count would get reduced. But here is an opportunity for you, and especially ServiceNow provides that opportunity to you. If you are acting just as a developer, then probably you are not adding that much value to your customer or to your company. But if you are a business process consultant as well as a developer, then you have a very deadly combination together. Then probably nobody can replace you, because not only you know the code, but you also know the processes. And that's where we all have to think, because we have to hone ourselves not only as developers but also as a business process consultant, so that we can add value on the platform. And that's how we are going to survive with this. And there is no immediate threat. Let me clear that very in a very bold statement, that there is no immediate threat. But still, we have like 2-3 years where we can prepare ourselves for such challenges. But it's a wake-up call, guys, because a lot of things can be achieved using this. Okay, so now we have the system ready. Thank you, Vijay. And this is the instance using which I will show the power of AI to you folks. Now let's quickly check how this can be enabled. So I will go on my demo instance. I will go to Now Assist, Admin Console, and yes. So this is the section which is specifically designed for Now Assist admins, using which they can enable this plugin for creators. And using this plugin, you can enable different skills. Now, if I click on this, I'll be taken to the store from where I can download this plugin. Now let's go back and quickly check. I already have this enabled on my instance. Now Assist, admin, and I will quickly go to the admin center. I will check how many skills are available for me as a creator. So you guys, you can see I have been using Now Assist on this instance since the last couple of days. I have the stats with me, how many plugins are installed, how many of them are not installed, how many skills have been utilized so far. All those data I can track as an administrator from this dashboard. What all possibilities are there, how many extra plugins I can install on this. Then as a creator, I have to go in this section, which is Now Assist feature, then the creator. And this is the section from where I can enable Now Assist skills. Now, skills about analytics, skills about flow, code. We will get to see each one of these experiences live here in this presentation. So, take an example of a data visualization. I'm a business process consultant. I would like to quickly check the reports. So, this is the section which basically activates Now Assist prompt for me. I will quickly click on here, and then it will say, what can I do for you? I will quickly reset the conversation, and then I will say, create a data visualization. So this is the trigger for Now Assist. I'm saying that I need a report from you. And this is what the business process consultant is going to do for you. I'll say, please give me a list of incidents which have not been resolved in last 30 days. This is a simple prompt that I'm pushing. It is thinking and it is validating whether the command that I provided is valid or not. It came up with some result. Let's see how it works. I'll say view details, and it gave me one incident which was not resolved in last 13 days. So this is one thing. Now what if I want to add this or utilize this report somewhere? So what I can do is I will say add to dashboard. I will choose any specific dashboard and I can add this report directly on that dashboard. So the report is over here. I can adjust my dashboard accordingly. The report will be shown over here. Now let's do something else. So I will quickly go over here and I will say give me a list of incidents grouped via priority on a pie chart. I will say give me a pie chart. Chart of incidents grouped via priority.
By the way, Sandeep, you can ask like how much time a developer will take to develop this.
I mean, it can take a lot of time. I mean, it's not about the development, but a business process consultant probably will need half an hour to or 15-20 minutes to configure this. Now it is saying that give me to give you an idea of what I can do. Try asking me to create a data visualization. So okay, I did not provide the correct command. I have to ask him to create a data visualization. Okay, so let me reset this conversation just one time so that I can instruct it properly to create a data visualization. Now give me a pie chart of incidents grouped by priority. Okay, now I have the pie chart. Now I can quickly add this to my dashboard. So I say analytics usage overview, I'm adding this to dashboard. And here I have the pie charts with me. Similarly, you can create a lot of visualization just by interacting with the prompt on the platform. This is just one use case. Now, any questions on this one so that we can quickly move to the next one? No? Now let's check another use case which is related to the code. So go to the fix script. And I will create a new fix script. Okay, fix script for getting incidences. Now here what I'm doing is I'm saying get me a list of top 30 incidents from incident table which have not been resolved. Now, if you want to check whether the Now Assist for code is enabled on your platform or not, you can basically click or hover over here. So it is showing that Now Assist for code is available on my platform. Now, how do I, let me save this. Now, as I said before, you need to give a trigger to basically Now Assist to kick in. It will not kick in by default. I will have added a comment, but it is not doing anything for me. So what I'll do is, I'll simply copy this and then I will try to trigger Now Assist. This is the prompt and I will simply post the code. And let's see if it fetches something for me or not. Okay, we have the code over here. Using this, I have gotten a recommendation. Now I can either accept it or I can reject it. So this is how the code can be generated within your fixed scripts or any kind of scripts. But this is context aware, so it knows that this is a fixed script, so it will be suggesting you code on the basis of the context it has, which is a fixed script, so it will suggest you the server-side code. Now, let me give you an example of code refactoring. I am a developer who has not been very particular about doing proper coding on the Now platform. What I'll do is I will quickly go over here. I'll remove this, and then I will say this is my GR which we usually use. GR this, GR that. Okay, and I am okay. So we have used a GR over here. What about the coding best practices? I want to apply the coding best practices over here. I can select this entire piece of code, and then I can enter command enter. Please refactor this. Refactor. My English is poor, guys. Please refactor this code for me with the coding best coding practices, and let's see what it does. It is doing something. Now it gives you two versions. One is the version that you have, and the version which it has improved in the bottom. So we have.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Sorry. Can you see it now? So, as you can see, we have a previous version over here, and we have an enhanced version of it. And these are some basic examples that I'm covering during this presentation.
Sandeep, does it tells that if as a developer, if I have written a code and if it is not working because of some syntax or something which is wrong with the code,
Yeah.
can we use code assist to tell
Yes.
us where is
Yes.
the problem?
Yes.
That's what it is doing in previous code. The record was not replaced with GR, but in the new one it has replaced it.
So if we remove incident GR
Mhm.
and then if we make that set limit S as a capital, is it going to tell me that?
Let's try that out. I didn't try that, but maybe we can try that.
I think it happened already. So if you go on the previous code, Sandeep,
Mhm.
there you didn't replace basically the GS dot the records dot next. It was still the old one.
Yeah.
In the new code, it replaced by incident gr dot next. So it corrected the code as well.
Okay, let me do one thing. Let me remove this piece. Let me make some syntactical mistakes on this code. We can try that on the fly.
Let's listen to Shones as well. Right, capital S.
Yeah, write capital S in the line number 6.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. Capital S. Yes. I will select this. Command enter. Please fix this code for me. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it has given you some fixes over here. So it is saying that it should be add query, set limits should be small, there should be GR, and there should be brackets. So in the top example, you can see I have not used any brackets. This is capital S, and this is on the line number 5, and on the line number 5 over here. It has fixed the code for you as well. Now, let's quickly check another use case. Sorry guys, I'm taking a lot of time of yours, but this is what it is. You have to bear with me.
We have limited time.
Sorry?
We need to complete.
Flow designer. Let's quickly check how it can generate flows for you. And I can see some of the folks have already slept during the presentation.
And some of the folks are wondering whether my job will stay or not.
That's a good wake-up call. Okay, now let's quickly talk about the flows, guys. So, I want to generate a flow. So, get incidents. This is my flow. Now, what I can do is, I can simply ask my flow, this prompt to create a flow for me. So, I'll say, create a flow which to fetch unassigned incidents and assign those incidents to the admin. This is the kind of prompt that I have written, and I wanted to generate a flow for me. I'll simply use this generate flow preview. Now let's see if it manages to create flow for me or not. Okay, so what do we have here? It has generated a preview for us. Now we have a lookup incident step. It is basically going into the incident table where the assignment assigned to is empty. It is looping through all those, and then it is updating the incident record. So the flow is ready for you. We can simply do save and edit flow, and all the steps are here for you. So this is how powerful it is, guys. Now I hope some more fear has been induced in your mind now. so this is for flow generation. Any questions on this one? Okay, let's proceed. Now let's quickly check another capability, which is playbook. I can quickly generate playbooks. Okay, generate a playbook. Try with an example. Okay, so this time I'm trying to see what are all possibilities that this tool can offer. So I'm just trying this with an example over here. And then I say generate playbook preview. For me, it is generating the preview over here. Let's see if it manages to create something for us. It's sending a request, so it keeps you updated with each step that the LLM is taking and the AI controller is doing. Okay, so we have the playbook preview with us. Over here you can see what is the trigger, what all steps are part of this. So all these complex playbooks can also be generated using this. You can simply save and edit the playbook, and all you need to do is some configuration, and that is it. Okay, any other use case that you would like to see with this? I've covered most of them. There is another one which is catalog item generation, but unfortunately that skill is not available on this instance that I have at the moment. Any questions that you have on this topic? Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, if we forward to pass some important parameter in the prompt, so what will GenAI will ask again? You want
Yes,
to write it
yes.
to-
In case if you have not provided the sufficient information, then probably it will ask you to again state your requirements. That is one thing. If you have already generated the output, you can always go back and utilize again. You can always improve your prompts and do the things from scratch again.
There is chances of ambiguity errors.
Yes, I mean AI is, see, it can create a lot of permutations for you, and possibly the thing that you are trying to communicate to the AI, probably it could be said in a multiple ways. So in those cases, try to improve your prompt, the instructions that you are passing. You need to improve those.
So basically, we need to learn prompt engineering. as
Yes, that's correct, sir. That's very valid point, and probably that is the area where I see opportunities as developer. Maybe we can become the prompt engineers and help the organization take the power of AI. Okay. Any other question? Yes.
How the licensing is happening here? Like in ITSM, we have the users, number of users that
Yes.
is happening. So how the licensing is happening? Like multiple users can use it, a limited set of users can use it.
Again, I'm not very clear with the licensing terms here, but again, it depends on the number of users counts. Maybe on the CSM side, it depends on the number of cases,
And
and
number of
on the
prompts
IT
as well.
side, it depends on. So I'm not very clear about the licensing terms, but I'll get back to you on these questions because
Okay.
licensing is still a gray area for me on this.
Yeah, I can answer that. So basically, it's on the basis of subscription. So if you have a subscription of Now Assist for CSM or ITSM, it would be charged on the basis of that, plus which LLM you are gonna use with that skill. right?
Irrespective of how many prompts I'm sending.
There is a charge on the prompts as well. Okay.
No.
Yes. So basically with Xanadu, you got your own set of LLMs. Basically, you know ServiceNow has provided LLMs, and also you can configure your own organization LLM to connect with ServiceNow. So if you have your own LLM, you are free to use it. So this is the capability in Xanadu, and with this, I think ServiceNow is providing Microsoft LLM.
Suppose I have a DeepSeek data set in my computer, so I can integrate with this now.
But you know, on PDI,
No,
you
no.
can't do it, but from customer, yes, you can do that.
So with one of our customers, we are already doing that. We have our own in-house LLM. We are not utilizing ServiceNow's LLM because there are some data security concerns from the organization. So we are utilizing the power of our own LLM in those cases.
So basically, it's based on the GPT model or some other model, like we have Llama, GPT, and so we can choose that, right?
Yes.
That's
Gemini,
That's
Yes.
correct.
So
You
we are
can-
providing OpenAI,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, and this third one which I am forgetting,
Llama.
so three,
Gemini.
maybe.
No, you can integrate it with anyone. Like for example, ChatGPT. So they have my GPT as well. So number of customers are now using my GPT. My GPT is like not open for everyone. It's for the organizations only. You can try that as well.
Yeah, it's basically kind of a license-based
Yes.
Microsoft.
And these are the limitations, the AI limitations. ServiceNow is explicitly saying that if you are using now LLM or Azure OpenAI LLMs, data of your instance will go to some other third-party server for the processing purposes.
So basically, it's work on like spoke. We are sending the API calls. It counting
Yes,
the
that's
API
that's
calls.
correct. I mean, that's a very good statement that it utilizes the spokes to process this information.
Okay, so it's counting the API call, and based on
Yes.
that, it's post.
Exactly. So it is providing the context, the skill,
Okay.
and on the basis of which it is suggesting the outputs.
In case of now assist, it will not count this post, it will count the assist itself.
Okay.
So if you are taking a third party license, for example ChatGPT, so
Yeah.
that is a cost with you. You will also be paying for assist. For
Okay.
every one transaction going, there will be one assist which will be assist is basically currency.
Basically, per transaction you would be charged.
Yes.
And what if it's an error in the prompt? That will also become?
So error, if it is sent if before sending we are catching it, then not.
Okay, if it is coming from the GPT, then it will
Yes.
not okay. And so, Sandeep, every time, if for an example, I'm doing case summarization, so the details of my case, all of those details are going to go to the
That's
GPT or
correct.
the LLM, and then it is going to.
It does a lot of caching as well. So probably if there is a pattern on that you have already used, then on the basis of that pattern, it can also suggest you some inputs on the instance. But if it does not find any kind of pattern, then it goes to the LLM and extracts the data for you. Some level of caching is also done at the instance level.
How caching will work? Well, like for all the different cases, information would be different every.
Yes, but there is a pattern always. So take an example of an incident. Same kind of incident is being faced by different users. Now you have already fetched that record set for your instance. If the pattern is already there, then why would make a LLM call and get that same information there?
Anything do we have for custom tables or that?
See again, the custom table is also a data. Even you can trigger the now assist on your custom tables too, in terms of the skill kit or the code generation, or let's say you want to analyze that data, you can also trigger that because it is basically taking your data set, processing it, and giving you the output.
We have a specific skill for that.
Yes, I have already talked about those skills like code generation, flow generation, summarization. Summarization is skill which can be applicable on multiple data sets. It does not work on a single table. It can work on any tables.
Sandeep, now assist won't work on widget.
On the widget, I'll have to check. I do not have answer at the moment.
Last question.
I think after the next session there will be more questions probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I am leaving
Yeah, the next session.
leaving those questions for Rahul. Rahul, now all is in your court, dude. So thank you everyone for for listening to me patiently during this entire 1 hour session. I know it was quite boring. I tried to make it happening in the end by showing this demo, but I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Sandeep. Yeah, I mean, Sandeep, the session was not boring. Somehow, your examples keep us awake during the presentation, because most of the times, along with the presentation, you are scaring us as well with the job security and the analysis. And I think the generation before the millennials knows that the Gen Z would not like to spend their time into the codings and everything. So probably they have started building this AI thing so that the Gen Z can utilize their time into something more effective and efficiently, right? So I mean, probably the Gen Z is not like us who's doing the codings and love to do codings, but rather than just instructing and then getting the answers like the Aladdin. And I think AI is their genie to get this. So with that, I would like to request Rahul for the next session. Over to you, Rahul, for Nowsys skill kit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can we get access to that PPT shared by Sandeep?
It's I think Sandeep. Yeah, Sandeep can provide for sure. Any other? Yeah, over to you, Rahul.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Sandeep, for covering so much from my PPT also. That's why I was simply sitting like quiet ki haan theek hai. But it was very nice explanation for a product like Nowsys for Creator. This is one of the biggest product of the Nowsys, umbrella. And this Nowsys basically almost Sandeep has already covered, but I'll just quickly recap and start mine. And I'll not take much time because this skill kit is a small component which allows you to build custom skills. So let me start with that itself. So in the Nowsys umbrella, there are almost more than 15 products which are available for now. After Zenado, there are more products. For example, you have Nowsys for ITSM, CSM, HRSG, SPM. Now, so they are coming in very different era of products also, like TSM, SPO, many products. And in all this, they are offering some of the capabilities which are coming out of the box which are coming out of the box with Nowsys. And these capabilities are quite simple, like summarization of record, generation of resolution notes, or what you can say, creation of knowledge article, very simple, which are generalized, which can fit over the industry. They are out with all these capabilities, but now they have also provided us Nowsys for skill kit, using which we can create our own custom skills. Okay. So let me proceed. Enhancing workflow automation with Nowsys skill kit. So definitely I'll not take much time in PPT now. I'll skip this, and I also have a demo for that, which I'll show you. It is simple streamlining the processes, building custom Gen AI solutions on ServiceNow platform. Then third, previously when before Zenado release, what we used to do is we used to integrate with third-party LLM and create our custom skills whole, it was 100% custom. There was no offering from that. But after this, it has been again made very easy to configure. Transform unstructured work patterns, enhancing operational efficiency, focus on intelligent workflows. Workflows, as Sandeep discussed, there are customer, employee, IT, all workflows. You can configure your skills in any of the workflow. So how it actually works and how you should approach a solution. So whenever there is a requirement for you a Gen AI related requirement for you to be fulfilled. So first of all, you ServiceNow recommends first of all you need to check for the out of the box capabilities available or not. In the out of the box capabilities, from next release they will be giving some free hand also, in which you will be able to fine tune or somewhat modify that out of the box skill also. If your like requirement is fulfilled in that particular tuning or particular slight modification, you should go with that. Otherwise, if it is a very specific requirement, you should go with the skill kit and you should create your own skill. Personalized, you can use personalized AI model, then you can integrate it with your existing workflow. For example, I want to create something on the incident form. So currently, like out of the box, incident summarization is already available. This incident summarization will only summarize the incident record. But what if I want to also add the child incident into it? Like if an incident record have 4 child incidents, and I want to, on a single click of button, I want that my parent incident as well as those 4 child incidents should be summarized at one place. So that skill I can configure it. Steps to develop. This is very normal thing, like you need to identify your business need. If it is fulfilling in the out of the box, you go with that. If it is not fulfilling with that, you can go with the skill kit and design your custom skills. Design the solution, develop and test, and then iterate and improve. This is something where your prompt will come, like your prompt engineering will come. I heard the question, like someone was happy that prompt engineering can save the job. I'll show. It can also take, because they have also they have given a prompt assistance feature also, in which those who are not able to write the prompt properly, they will only write for you. You just need to tell them in very layman language what you want. They will create a prompt for you. Advantages will come later. Let me move on to the skill kit itself. So this is basically the admin dashboard, which is actually a single place, like a manager of all the skills and all the transaction you are doing. You can, like, this is out of the box available, but you can also configure some report in which you can track your usages. Let me directly move on to the skill kit. Let me navigate to it. So this is how a dashboard for a skill kit looks like. So a simple create a new skill button. So let's take example where you are an agent, and after resolving the incident, you want to create a knowledge article, but you are struggling with writing that knowledge article, or you have written the knowledge article, but that is not fulfilling the compliance of one company. So you have to move, like you have to pass that knowledge article through a compliance review, and then only it will get accepted. So let us try to create something like that. So for example, this is my knowledge article. You can see, like, I have written in WhatsApp language. Are you having trouble with, and very, very layman kind of language or informal language. Also it has grammatical mistakes. Also it has spelling mistakes. So let me try to create something in which I can fix this knowledge article. So let's go to our skill kit dashboard. Let me create a new skill. You can see already I have created one, because this all are demo instance and it can stuck that it can get stuck anytime. So knowledge checker, skill name given knowledge checker. Default provider is Now LLM, but as it was discussed with Sandeep in the presentation, you can use any of your LLM. Even if you want a custom LLM, you can use, or the spokes which are already available for OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, or Google Cloud Studio. So for now, I'll be going with Now LLM, because ServiceNow strongly recommends for this, and even your customer will agree on to it. if they have already not bought the license for any third party, because buying third party license has double cost. You have to pay for this as well as for that. Let me click on create skill. Okay. So this is the, what to say, a playground for my skill kit where I can configure my skill. You can see on the left side you have option to add input, add output, add tools and add prompt. So basically, like if you consider, there are three main things here, that is input, output and prompts, and tools are for retrieving the other information from the instance. So let me check out what all option I am getting in inputs. So what all input I can take is take in my consideration is like if I want a direct record to get it as input. So for example, I am working on incident summarization. So my input will be incident, and a string also can be input, numeric, boolean, simple array, JSON object and JSON array. There are some more which are not listed here that has came with new releases. So for currently, like in our case, we want to modify or we want to make our knowledge article better. So I will take a record, and that record will be referring to a knowledge article table. Let me search for the table. Okay. Description, okay, not mandatory thing, and a test record. So let me take that article as a test record. This is just for testing purpose, and I'll add a skill input. You can see the skill input is added. For skill output, currently you do not have much scope to edit that.
So the input was your knowledge article which you designed in your all image, right?
Yes, yes. Not only mine, but general knowledge article. So this skill can be, this whole skill can be called by a script, and that script is a function. In that function, you can just pass the SysID of any knowledge article, and it will work. It will take it through. Output for output, we don't have much scope now. If you will add the output, there is like there is no mapping yet established by ServiceNow. Documentation may be like it is mapping is missing. So for output, we hope in next releases we get something. But currently the main output is response, which is a string format response. Then we come to the main part of the skill kit, which is tools. So these tools are something which will help you to get the other information from your instance. For example, for this knowledge article, I need an overview of my compliance of my company. Then only the prompt and the LLM will understand what are the exact compliances and what needs to be fulfilled. So this tool is the thing which will help me to get more data from the whole instance. So let me show you what all options are there. Currently you can see the three options which are available: flow, action, subflow and script. Here script means script include. So if you will select a script, it will ask for the name of the script, and then it will also give you the option to select the function inside the script include you have written, and also the inputs of that. And if you will select a flow action, this is the action of flow designer, and the third one is subflow. Now in the current release there are 4 options. One more option is added here, which is RAG. It is retrieved augmented generation. So that is a superb thing, and this is above the GenAI itself. And believe me, like in this instance, I don't have that enabled. But that RAG search, the answers given by the RAG search are super smart. Like once your LLM will fail to give the answer, but RAG search will not fail. It will give you a crisp answer of that. So in future releases, I guess they will open it for all. Currently, let me select a subflow, and I already have created a subflow which is fetching me out the my policy compliance. In the resource, let me search for that. See, get policy article. I already created this. This is a simple subflow which is just fetching a policy article from backend and returning the output as a policy text. Okay. I'll not go into the subflow as the interest of time. I'll add the tool. I added the input from which for the article which I have to recreate. I added the policy looking at which I need to recreate, and now the last thing, that is prompt, which I'll modify the prompt. And here let me try prompt assist is working. Okay, you don't have option of prompt assist in this instance, but in next like in what to say newer releases, you will get a prompt assistance also, where you can just simply in very layman terms you can write, and the GenAI itself will write a prompt for you. So whatever prompt you can see, this is a default prompt. Let me remove this, and I have created a one prompt. Let me copy that. So see, it is very, is it visible? You are an expert technical writer. Your task is to create an improved, clear, concise, and helpful knowledge-based article based on the existing knowledge article. The article should adhere the branding and formatting policies laid out below. So laid out below means, now what I'll do is I'll remove this and I'll show you. Clicked on the insert input. First I need to fetch the policy. I'll select the policy text. This is dynamic, and now it will fetch the policy text for me again and again. Let me also remove this. The knowledge article that is to be improved is following. Let me insert the knowledge article here. In the knowledge article, I will fetch the article body and I'll pass it. Okay. So this is done. Now you can have multiple prompts in single skill, but for now use one only, and let me save it. Also you can do some configurations in your model itself. You can change the temperature, you can change the maximum response token. Like in your release, this is not read only, you can change it. And you have few more options. Then it is a usage condition. This usage condition is basically when you have multiple prompts. So if you have multiple prompts, then this usage condition, you can add which condition to use which prompt, else it will use the default prompt. So one prompt will be always be default, and all other prompts will be just a secondary prompt, and will trigger based on the usage policy which you will be creating here. Let me finalize this prompt. Also let me make it default. Let's test it once. So see, my knowledge article is not published yet, that is why the version is 0.01. So let me test with that itself. Let's see how the input goes and how the output comes. Okay. Let's first go to the input. See. You are the technical expert, and this whole was the first paragraph was the prompt given by me. Then from there it fetched out the knowledge article, and let's see the response. This is the knowledge article LLM has written for me. Can you see the difference? Can you feel the difference actually? This was the input I have given, and this was the output I got. It has restructured, it has rephrased it, and what all I have told the LLM to do in prompt, it has all done that. So from here, I can I made sure that my prompt is working properly, my skill is working properly. Now the next option is to publish this skill. So you get an option to publish this skill. Let me publish it. The skill is published and it is active. Let me go to a knowledge table. Nothing is coming. I forgot one of the configuration to be made. Now let me tell you from where you can actually bring your skill to the UI action. So when you will be coming into the deployment setting, you will get an option to select a workflow. So see, basically my workflow belongs to technology, because my article was in the IT knowledge base, but let me select other for the time being, and I'll check the UI action thing, and I'll select the table on which table I want this KB article to this UI action to be there. Okay, I selected. I'll click on create UI action, and I got a link to UI action. Now the developer things comes here. The knowledge checker UI action is created, and the code I was talking about through which you can call the now assist skill is this. It has already created a code for me, and this code snippet can be used anywhere in the instance. We are now leveraging it like this way. In the UI action, so it is working fine, but we are also using this same thing in different parts of our instance, in every script. Let me check again. It not came yet. I published also, I created UI action also, but till now the UI action is not visible. The last reason which is left now is like you have created this skill, you have published it, but you need to activate it, because like this is basically where you need a check now. Like for example, you have this skill, but it is of no use and people are like misusing that skill. You can turn it off, it will go, and if you will turn it on, then it will be visible again. So let me follow the basic method. Sorry, I'll go to now assist admin panel. In this admin panel, I'll navigate to now assist features. I can look on all the workflows I have. I made a skill in other workflow, and see 0 active skill, but in available you can see there is one skill available which I just created, that is knowledge checker. I'll activate this skill. It will ask me like where you want to display this. On the core UI, yes, on the core UI. I'll save and continue. I'll review it, I'll activate it. Once it is activated, now I'll go and I'll refresh it. You can see the knowledge checker is already there. Now you open any of the knowledge article and you can just click on knowledge checker. It will change your knowledge article. It will reframe your knowledge article. It will enhance your knowledge article. This is how you can leverage GenAI for the custom skills in our ServiceNow instance now. Let me click on to this. Currently it will give you output in the info format. See, it is in info format. This is because like now you can go back into the code and change it to like wherever you want to set it. For example, I want to create a custom field that a new article or enhanced article, and in that I want to set it up, then I can do that. So it is open for me to do. So basically this is the skill kit which is now available with the Now Assist also, and you can make n number of skills you want. But it has a huge cost. One asked also, na, assist, what is assist? So the exact answer to that, it is a currency of Now LLM. For example, when you are using ChatGPT, it is tokens. But when you come to Now LLM, it is assist. It is not compulsory that one request will always get you always spend your one assist only. It is not compulsory. It can take 10 also, it can take 50 also. We have something for that also. Let me show you if it is open.
So Rahul, one question that in this particular case, how it is different that I just copy paste this raw text to the ChatGPT and get the proper formatted and like paste it over here again?
Yes. So you are getting, this is very simple use case which I created, but using all this you can also create some complex use cases. Then if you are going to ChatGPT, you need to go to your article, you need to copy paste it, then you need to go to policy, then you need to copy paste the policy, and then you need to every time write that prompt. Okay, this is my policy, this is my article, please reframe it as I want. But now it is all at one click.
So can I say that using this skill kit, I'm just automizing my prompts?
Yes, exactly. Now you have a capability to use your custom prompts in your system. Yes.
But I have a different assumption for this question. Like ChatGPT work as a universal, but we have an isolated environment in for instance, we have a customer domain. So what Now LLM does, it's basically work on the customer domain, not the universal data set. So I think that is the answer for this. Like when you go to the ChatGPT, it will give you the universal, not the domain specific. But what Now LLM do, it will give you the domain specific answer, or because it's more the data set, like isolated environment.
Yes, isolated environment will be the wrong word because the now LLM is also a universal thing.
Yeah, but it will train or for that domain specific.
You can do that if you use a custom LLM or if you use a Azure OpenAI, but on the fine-tuned model. You have a model which is taking the reference from your SharePoint data and then only answering you.
Yeah,
That can be done.
I have read somewhere they are fine-tuning the model, LLM model. So what LLM model does, fine-tune with the customer domain specific. When you go to the ServiceNow asks you your customer domain, then on the basis of the domain, it will create a specific model for you.
Which is RAG. That is what he was talking.
RAG, yes.
So RAG is the new feature which is based on customer data, making a zero copy to the LLMs and giving you a model which works on customer data to give you exact prompts or improved prompts what the LLM now is giving. Okay.
That's
So
what ServiceNow is claiming, but in the backend they are utilizing the data.
they are utilizing it, but they are coming with RaptorDB and all these. If you buy a subscription of it, they will not post your customer data to the LLM. They will just create the model, give it back to you, and delete all the data which is there.
If I have the limited data available, then how my model can be trained?
Model will be with you within the ServiceNow instance. It won't be with
I agree, but if
universal.
a limited set of data, how my model can be trained? That's the question.
No.
Okay, let's say for example, I started my own, right? I started implementing this service now recently. Probably this question is for you, Rahul, as well. And my instance does not have lots of data right now available. If I go with this one, I need some certain set of the data so that I can train my LLM model. If it's in an isolated environment, right?
Yes.
How ServiceNow will get the trained model in this case? Like, I mean, it's,
So now LLM will be opening for fine tuning also in coming
Yeah.
releases. This is called fine tuning. Like I already have a large language model which is in the universe and it is working on the universal data, and using that and adding my data above that, and then using only that data which I added onto this for my answers. Are you getting my point?
I got
Basically,
it.
data is shared with LLMs. Okay, to generate a
That's
model.
it.
That's
Data is
it.
shared with them.
It is shared.
Yes.
Definitely it is shared. But at the end, the zero copy concept which ServiceNow is coming is basically at the end, once the model is trained and utilized, your data will be wiped out from the LLM. Just that you will get a model which will work on your ServiceNow instance only.
But in that case, how it will be updated for further on?
It would be updated within your environment, not with directly with any of the public entities there.
So the time that I have trained my model, now the model is trained. Now the data also gets updated with time. So
Yes.
it also has to update the memory.
It will happen within your ServiceNow instance,
That's
within
okay.
the boundaries of ServiceNow.
But again, the data is stored in the ServiceNow database, right? So it
Yeah,
has
so
to be-
that is within ServiceNow, right? At the end, it is within ServiceNow. So I'll tell you an example. My customer is using Microsoft LLM. They purchased a license of it to use it for using Now Assist. Okay. Now with Xanadu, they are giving their own LLM, Now LLM, with Microsoft only. Okay. So the difference between both the models is we have tried with Microsoft model and Now LLM ServiceNow Microsoft model. Okay. Both the models, the one which is with Microsoft gives you generic replies, not fine-tuned ones. However, with Now LLM Microsoft model, we are getting customer-specific answers. That is the difference. And now the customer is basically looking towards to go away with the Microsoft license.
This happens.
Because ServiceNow is providing the same and better one.
Better one, yes. And this is how like assets consumed are calculated. So you can get this PDF easily, and you can see like generally one assist will be for everything, but when you are coming to now assist for creator thing, there are huge number of assists which are getting consumed for each transaction. So that is why that now assist for creator is the biggest product of all the umbrellas of now assist.
Okay.
Making money.
Yes. So that's it from my side. If you have any more questions, we can go through it.
I think the demo gave lots of insights, both the demos. So basically, it will help to save the jobs as well as to learn.
AI will not take your job. Person with AI will take. Thank you.
Just one clarification, so you raised the question that whether it works with widgets or not. Yes, now assist works with widgets too, so you can take that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you very much, Rahul. Such a nice presentation. And talking about safe and secure job, who knows? Even OpenAI was not secure. So AI take job of AI as well. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we need to enhance our skills. We should learn how we can utilize the artificial intelligence for our own sake. Even now, I think the agentic AI is now the new thing, where we need to learn how we can utilize the agentic AI to improvise our own skills so that we can present in front of the organization to save their own time. In that way, the job will be always secured. We need to keep enhancing our skills. We need to keep learning the AI or how to utilize the AI for the better enhancements. With that note, I would like to thank Rahul. That was a nice presentation. Sandeep, thank you very much. Lots of insights, and I think we will start learning how to utilize the AI. I think we almost using the AI in our day-to-day activities now. So yeah, we will be definitely going to learn into the case of ServiceNow as well. Now, after 2 sessions, I think it's time to take a bit of relax, 5 minutes break, and then we'll start our games. Before taking the break, I would request you to please take out your phone. I think almost all of you are using your LinkedIn ID without artificial intelligence. So as always, we have one prize for the most likes. Jitin is not here today. So huge chances that you can get the winning chances. The probability of winning of you is more now because Jitin is not here. I think the hashtag would be ServiceNow Developer Meet-up Indore. I'll repeat, ServiceNow Developer Meet-up Indore. Please do not misspell it. I think we can turn on the screen and can write it out. Use that and post over the LinkedIn. You can post now. You can take pictures anywhere in Infobix premises or anywhere, and then post it over the LinkedIn. We will just search with the hashtag ServiceNow Developer Meetup Indore, and the member who is having the highest likes will get a prize. And after that, we will start our gaming sessions. Vaibhav? It's again like Mentimeter or what? Mentimeter's game. So you need to keep turn on your mobile phones. All of you have the network in your phones, right? Okay, great. So simply just write ServiceNow Developer Meetup. The hashtag is long one. Can I use it? You can take pictures. I mean, no need to be in very hurry. You can take pictures around with your friends, your colleagues, with Sandeep, with posters, with gardens, anywhere in Infobix. Yeah, it would be really nice if you can use hashtag Infobix.
Maybe you can also use the floor of our office.
Of course, yes. We will be taking pictures. I think we will go to the terrace one,
Yes,
the
yes.
area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use this hashtag and one another hashtag Infobix. I hope you are enjoying this meetup. Learning it.
Yes.
Learning something from the meetup.
Yes.
Energy is very down. I think you guys are waiting for the lunch now.